All right. So now, you're doing what you do and everything. What is your outlet?
Writing and drawing. That's the best. I really enjoy that. I mean, that's one of my outlets. Honestly, going out, like what I mean by that, going for a walk or going to walk with somebody and talking with them, because sometimes I do struggle with anxiety, and luckily, I do have, thanks to God, and other people who are very positive around me. I do have control my anxiety. I do. I have it under control.
Oh, that's good.
But when I am feeling like a little bit anxious, I like to go on a walk with somebody and just listen to them talk. Like I like to ask them questions, and they do all the talking, and I'm just listening. So basically, what I'm saying is living in the moment. That's my outlet. Living in the moment, coming back, like looking at my hands or listening to somebody. Just hearing the rain fall or just looking at the clouds, just coming back to the moment. That's my outlet, coming back and enjoying the moment.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I like that.
Living by the Spirit is much more powerful than you think. Heal your spirit so you can heal your head and heart. Clean it up and fill it up with goodness and let it sink so you can cuddle up with your peace at night when it's dark. Peace. Is faith even stronger? Stronger. Do not believe every word you hear. Take heed before you take that leap. Don't jump into the ocean with just anyone out of fear. I hate the fact that you think you're much more skilled than me. Listen, the world don't owe you a single dime, oh my dear. It's not karma coming back to you. It's your own actions that finally got caught up to you. Study, educate, and know yourself so you will never be a puppet of tyrants, nor the slave of your passion. Then you will truly know what freedom is, happiness. I will be free of this bondage, and I can be my true self again, once again. I will become the true soldier I was called to be. No longer will I need to run away, but face my fears. Living by the Spirit is much more powerful than you think. Heal your spirit so you can heal your head and heart. Clean it up and fill it up with goodness and let it sink so you can cuddle up with your peace at night when it's dark. Peace. I hope one day you all can forgive me so that you can be forgiven. I hope one day I can forgive myself so that I can forgive you. It's not the big picture that matters. It's the small details that created it that matters. Paying the price of moral spiral. Logic tells us that it is better to deal with something when it is first discovered and pay the price needed for being forthcoming. I hope one day you all can forgive me so that you can be forgiven. I hope one day I can forgive myself so that I can forgive you. What we don't know won't hurt us. What we don't know won't keep us up at night. Till death, we say, we take it to our graves. I can't continue being weak and lying. I hope one day you all can forgive me so that you can be forgiven. I hope one day I can forgive myself so that I can forgive you. You point a finger at me, but what about the two fingers being pointed back to you? This gut feeling is screaming up to my conscience. I hope one day you all can forgive me so that you can be forgiven. I hope one day I can forgive myself so that I can forgive you. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, before the recovery takes even longer. Isn't it better to treat a disease when you first find it than wait until it develops into something that it is so costly financially, psychological, and emotionally? I hope one day you all can forgive me so that you can be forgiven. I hope one day I can forgive myself so that I can forgive you. If you can't pay, then walk away. Days that don't involve with a chemical change, and upgrade days that involves with pure authentic creativity, but still is a maze in my brain. Did you know a toxic mind will kill you? Enough. Look at these hands, only knew how to survive but didn't know how to live life. There is a difference. Lacking guidance and receiving whatever I could, that led to a self-destruction road. Relearn, I relearn and relearn. It's a vicious cycle or a lack of knowledge, or could it be just life itself? And new days, jamming out while running to escape my insanity, hoping I will gain a strength. Nah, bruh, you're the one with the real problem. One of my mission is to maintain peace with my enemies and homies. Integrity is my BFF. I know for a fact you will never let me down. I know 100% you got my back. Best part, you helped me stay true to everyone around me. A wise counsel taught by our Father. Aren't you amazed on how much your life has changed? Just take a look at your face. The genetic of diabetic, it don't have to be a tragedy. Don't allow your life to become in vain.
So, with that being said, like, how do you deal with that, like, in your recovery? And, how do you deal with those urges when they come up? Because they do come up.
They do.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It's a daily thing. It's for the rest of my life. I think that's the number one, is being aware and acknowledge it. So, the number one thing for me, honestly, it's reaching out to God all the time. Praying to God, just please, for today. Today, I'm not talking about tomorrow, because I don't know what's going to happen. And yesterday, it doesn't even matter anymore. It's over. But today, please, that's all I ask for, just to stay sober.
Toxic, the perverted kind of love. It says sex is the only way to show true love. The perverted kind of love, it became a slave to his own lust. The perverted kind of love only cares about his own needs. The perverted kind of love lies without no fear. The perverted kind of love gives it up too quick without a thought. perverted kind of love does not respond well what they know. The perverted kind of love justifies his wicked schemes. The perverted kind of love makes false promises. The perverted kind of love. Demon around me call my name. It's a shame we have to play this dangerous game. Coping mechanisms can turn into addiction quick. But once a disease is set, it's hard to get over the sick. Nostalgia. Every day it's a battle, every step of the way, and is not without its battle scars. Keeping clean is one's journey to cure the inner self. Stay on path is what I say to myself, but once in a while the voices call me down in the depths of despair. Clinging to the old me has me feeling nostalgic. My side hustle bombastic, but I couldn't hack it. My life tragic, but this is not the end. My mind wonders, would I ever get back to normal or stay in this perpetual cycle, which is catalysmic and harmful. I take refuge in knowing they are those who care for me, even though I do not care to see how life has taken its toll. Do I go the right way or allow the substance to take another innocent soul? So every day, every hour, every second that I waste calls me back, begging for a taste, but I ignore like a beggar, begging for some change. So hopefully one day, when my journey is complete, I'll be a shepherd to the lost that got separated on the streets, tempted and tortured with this awful affliction. Somehow, some way, we all suffer from addiction. Nostalgia. Demon around me call my name. It's a shame we have to play this dangerous game. Coping mechanisms can turn into addiction quick, but once a disease is set, it's hard to get over the sick. Nostalgia.
The human condition is in rendition of the fall of man, like a rat on a wheel spinning around chasing his bread. Thoughts become things, so start dreaming, 'cause in the end, we all life scheming. Love yourself.
Humans, mortal, a human being. Let me tell you a few things about them. In small doses, they are acceptable, but large quantities are deemed life-threatening. Let's start off with the obvious. There's two kinds of male and female. Anger and rage complement one another, but too much of each leaves life still. It's been written from the beginning that a man was created to serve those in need, needed by society as their protectors, their leaders, their anchors. But in return we must feed their need to be needed, a reason to keep going like success, complementing, succeed. We see ourselves in others, but we hold on to things that leave us bothered. Am I good enough, or am I placeholder? These thoughts violate my mind. The world is so cruel and ugly. So for now, make a promise to yourself, forever and always, forever, stay kind. We know not our last days, so why waste it on insecurities? Let me tell you, no matter what, always do you. No matter what, always love yourself. Respect yourself. Trust your gut.
The human condition is in rendition of the fall of man, like a rat on a wheel spinning around chasing his bread. Thoughts become things, so start dreaming. Cause in the end, we all life scheming. Love yourself.
To me, it is better to talk to people who kind of been through what I've been through. It just helps a lot because they understand, and I don't feel that vibe of kind of like the judgment. Because that's the last thing I need. You know, I get it. That's why I'm opening up about it, because I know, dude. There's nothing I can do about it anymore. But that's where the fellowship comes in. You know, be there for one another, and you know. But also writing poems help me a lot. Like it's another best way for me to let my emotions and feelings out, because I'm aware that you cannot trust your emotions and feelings all the time. Like, I can't act out on them. I have to be rational.
Yes.
I have to think straight before I take any action. So when I'm feeling a certain way, I just get on my book, my little journal, or my phone, and just write it. That's how I like, and it calms me down, because I like to try to rhyme it, and it just helps me. And then also working out is a great therapy. Oh man, I mean, if I'm feeling a certain way, I go for a run. But the most important thing, it's the spirit, reaching out to God and reaching out to people, to the people who I trust, and they know me, and I know them. They say never quit, but there's a side of me that just wants to disappear. Disappear into the woods and find a new life, coming back into reality from a fantasy. I truly desire to get fit. One day it's clear, and the other day it's fogged by fear. This night, perhaps, can take me to the afterlife. Maybe I'll end up in a galaxy, but nope, I'm back into reality. Well, I guess the real world is legit. It's been over a year, and it's still not clear about my career. I refuse to become a lowlife. I hate when I get lost in my own insanity. If I was a tiger, I wouldn't have to submit to no authority, to no government, not even to the law, without a fear of the unclear. I would be the strongest and smartest in the wildlife. My reality, not held back by hypocrites' morality. They say never quit, but there's a side of me that just wants to disappear into the woods and find a new life, coming back into reality from a fantasy.
Honestly, I really want to lay in the grass while getting double baked by the sun and weed. Knowing always good times don't last, but rest assured I'll always be me. Ah, what a day. I'm not going to lie to myself. I'm surrounded by so many handsome men. Young, old, mid-age, and all kinds of shape. They're everywhere. Bad vibes is what she's giving out. She may look like the sun, but her energy is not so pleasant or warm. Love is like a tube. If you force it, it ain't all that cute. It will come out like shit, out of nowhere, yet unpleasant. It stinks. Flow with it, let it fall apart, so it all can come together. Steps encouraging words. Still ringing in my ears like the sound of the church bells early in the morning, like dew. A reminder to not be so attached, because even the ones that we love the most will eventually leave us. Confidence is a magnet of attraction. It gives that feeling of a firm trust, that state of self-assurance, a quiet inner knowledge that you are capable. Honestly, I really want to lay in the grass while getting double baked by the sun and weed. Knowing always good times don't last, but rest assured I'll always be me. What a great day. As the wind blows, I catch myself fading without distractions to entertain me. My thoughts start cascading. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, take a quick sec. Remember, life is much better when you move forward with no regrets. Stay calm. Staying calm is my best friend. It keeps me balanced, focused, and locked in. We can only see so much through the chaos, and at times we think that's all there is. But remember to step away from time to time at your peace, and who you truly are will be at a loss. My identity began abducted, used, abused, and thrown away, which comes as a heavy cost. Peace is my treasure, invaluable and priceless. It cannot be sacrificed or bargained unless you lose it forever. Are you in or out? Peer pressure constantly pushing my boundaries, but through my trauma I prepare and do clever. The anger of the audacity ignite my inner flame, but I escape just in time, leaving my dignity and grace. I wear my heart on my sleeve, never looking away. You can't see it all over my expression. Can't help it, it's in my face. Contrary to popular belief, I am fun, exciting, and full of life, but on my own terms, never sacrificing the drive. The drive that keeps me regulated, consistent, and timely. Should I give in? Never get back up and look at life so inwardly. So I encourage you, please look after yourself. Find your base, your breath, and deceit those that take. Sometimes it's easy to give up and look down, but that will mean a lifetime dealing with snakes. talk to that person, write a poem, an art, go for a run, or even just sit down. But the number one rule that I always tell myself, whatever's gonna happen in life, whatever's going on, always remain calm. Calm. As the wind blows, I catch myself fading without distractions to entertain me. My thoughts start cascading. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, take a quick sec. Remember, life is much better when you move forward with no regrets. Stay calm.
In what ways has fear kept you from doing more?
Can you please give me an example? Like, what do you mean by fear kept you from doing more?
Can you see it in a nice guy, that thing you always wanted to be, but you bailed out because of fear? Fear of failure, fear of disappointment, and going monster conformity through tears. We all suffer from it, but some prevail. Some started out, but never made it back to tell the tale of what's on the other side. The other side of fear, but we must learn to muster up the courage to live our lives to the fullest, but I fear we are being manipulated. Our puppet masters have yet to take stage out of fear of being exposed. Our leaders warned us, but by design, our minds have been closed. To go against what we know takes insanity, so we go online and lust after vanity. To look at the screen, to see beautiful things and forget our problems for just a moment. It's a problem, an addiction of the mind that affects the body slowly, making us ill. Disattached and emotionless to the suffering of others, but we keep our heads down because we got these bills to pay each day, every day, all day. We stay glued to the hustles of life presented before us, because what choice do we have but to get this bread? All this effort and energy wasted for what? We can't take it with us when we're dead. So if you wonder what's on the other side of fear, just remember, even after a storm, a path is always made clear. All hail, Chio. Chio.
Fear, that fear was, I can't do it, I'm too dumb, or I'm not smart enough, I'm getting older, but I didn't want to quit. I did not want to let go of that dream. But I'm very grateful that I did it. In today's life, the biggest one for me, the biggest fear, even though I have been in a relationship, it still scares me, the thought of like commitment. Committing to somebody really does scare me, because I was one time committed to somebody, and at the end of the day, the truth is, it wasn't even worth it. It wasn't worth it. And the worst part is that I saw these things and I still kept being there.
Yo, my little brother Eduardo. One of my greatest memories was the day you came into our lives. One of my best experiences is seeing you grow up. What do you think about being raised in Colorado? Brother, is your mind always on a mode of artillery? Little brother, don't believe all the world's lies. Next time we go to Mexico together, let's burn a truck. Then after that, we can go to a mercado. You like old school cars? Got me thinking you might like history. You and I, Eduardo, let's bake a apple pie. Then after, you and the family and I can chill at a hot tub. Eduardo, don't get bothered. Always remember, our family is not perfect, but we are there for one another. And you saw that with your own eyes. Eduardo, don't be upset with our mother. She, I, and the family, We only adore you. As the rain falls down my face, when I'm in my own head, I can feel the thoughts battling for my soul. Best believe I'm in the fight of life, 'cause when it's all said, I must learn to stop digging this internal black hole. Can one simply just live? One day maybe, one day for sure. Is it too much to ask for respect, or am I always fool? Clinging on to the old, things always looking in the past, never really looking forward, watching where I'm going. I'm about to crash, stumbling out of this wreckage called choices. Every turn leading to more bad news. Radio station been struck forever. All I hear is the blues. The weather is thick. I can't see too far in front of me. Quick turn on wipers, but I also forgot they're out of warranty. So what do? My destination is at the front of my mind. My fixation on what's to come. I wish I could hurry up the time. Is that a red light? I can barely make it out. Too busy looking up when I should come to a stop, but I keep moving forward because ignorance isn't bliss. If I don't know then, who does the dangers I dismiss? As I lose control of this vehicle called my life, we always look back on what we lost sight. I come to my feet, I look back at what's left behind, only fixed on my future. Is it real? Is it bright? We are the architects of our own pain. We hold the knife, we shoulder the blame. But what about my thoughts? Can I get over the shame? Barefooted and bleeding, I press on. With the pain heading to my redemption, a long walk in the rain. As the rain falls down my face, when I'm in my own head, I can feel the thoughts battling for my soul. Best believe I'm in the fight of life, 'cause when it's all said, I must learn to stop digging this internal black hole.
Alright, so what's next for you?
My next thing is, oh man, I see nothing to get stronger. That's a gut feeling I have, that urge to get strong spiritually, mentally, and physically. Like,
Trying to convince myself I'm not bored, but I accept the fact that the cookie is not as delicious, chewy, and chocolatey. But am I truly hungry? That moment, being lost in a fantasy world where everything's a blur, it got me feeling like a rookie
every single time. Invincible, all-knowing, and charismatic. I give pleasure to my flesh, allowing the spirits to take my mind and body. Got me feeling good, but it was a false reality. Trying to convince myself I can kick it with a burnout, but I accept the fact that bad company can corrupt good morals. So I go on, with no other choice but to keep walking forward. There is a balance. To isolate oneself can recalibrate the mind so the body can heal. Dealing with other people's trauma will take your joy, and just like a thief, they steal. Trying to convince myself to be more positive, but I came from a dysfunctional beginning. So I'll fake it till I make it. I'm just trying to be positive. Accepting what I can't control is a beginning of what I can control. Myself, and only myself. So I get up with a positive attitude. I can overcome my own negative made-up reality. Trying to convince myself I'm not bored, but I accept the fact that the cookie is not as delicious, chewy, and chocolatey. But am I truly hungry? Trying to convince myself I can kick it with a burnout, but I accept the fact that bad company can corrupt good morals. So I go on with no other choice but to keep walking forward. Trying to convince myself to be more positive, but I came from a dysfunctional beginning, so I'll fake it till I make it. I'm just trying to be positive.
Honestly, at the end of the day, for me, I do want a career. I want a house. Forget the material stuff is what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that I just want to really build character. That's what I care, honestly, at the end of the day. And hopefully wherever I go from here, I continue building my character. So that's what's next for me. It's not to worry, have a good time, and get in good shape. And whatever all it is.